Do you remember that we had said that in India we have a single integrated judiciary? That means there is a hierarchy of courts. So at the national level, the apex court or the Supreme Court is present. Below that, at the state level, we have the state high courts. And in the lowest rung, we have the lower courts, or what we call the subordinate courts. So in this video, we'll be talking about the subordinate courts. The subordinate courts are called subordinate or the lower courts because they are lower in authority than the Supreme Court and the high courts. Now let's imagine that a murder has taken place. The murder has been investigated by the police and a person has been charged with the murder. Now we have to take this person to the court to determine what punishment he will get, right? Now again, on the other hand, there has been a dispute between an employer and his employee regarding what the salary should be or whatever compensation he should have received. So in these cases, you can see that the murder and this dispute between an employer and an employee is very different from each other. So since these two cases are very different from each other, these two cases will be taken up to two different types of courts. So wherever there has been a crime that has been committed, it is known as a criminal case, and criminal cases go to the criminal courts. Also otherwise, in civil cases, when there has been a dispute between two individuals or two groups, there has to be a civil case which will go to the civil courts. Now, as we just saw, there are different types of courts. These courts have been divided on the basis of what type of cases it can take up. So we have the civil courts, the criminal courts, and the revenue courts. Civil cases are cases where there is a dispute between individuals or between private institutions or groups. On the other hand, criminal courts deal with criminal cases where an offense has been committed against the society or even an individual. Finally, revenue courts deal with matters such as calculating the revenue or matters relating to the taxes or profit of land, which is an agricultural land or a land that is being used for agricultural purposes. Let us discuss in detail about what civil courts are. So what does civil mean? Civil is anything relating to ordinary citizens and their concerns. For example, when I say civil rights, it means the rights of the ordinary citizens of the society. Or when I talk about civil defense, it means training the civilians or the ordinary citizens to fight and defend for themselves. Or when I say civil war, it means a war between the civilians or the citizens of the same country. So from all these examples, what we've gathered is that civil is anything that is a matter between the civilians or the ordinary citizens of the society or country. So when we talk about civil courts, these are courts that deal with matters that happen between citizens. So civil courts are those courts which solve disputes that arise between citizens or individuals relating to their concerns. So whenever there is a dispute between private individuals or private companies or institutions, that case is known as a civil case, and that will be handled by the civil courts. Examples of what can constitute as civil cases are cases related to money, land, property, marriage, breach of contract, and so on. Now we have to note that the subordinate courts is not a single court. Even under civil courts, there are various courts, and these different civil courts have been arranged in order of what powers they have or what matters they can jurisdicate on. So for example, if there has been a dispute between two people who together run a small tea shop, and this dispute is regarding the division of daily profit of suppose 50 rupees. So in this situation, such a case would go to a lower court. as opposed to when there has been a dispute between two big companies that run in the district. For example, in this dispute, a matter of say 2 lakh rupees is involved. In such a case, this dispute will go to a higher court. Now we know that the Supreme Court is the highest court in the country and the High Court is the highest court in the state. Similarly, the district court or the court of the district judge is the highest civil court in the district. So as we have seen, in the district, the highest civil court is the court of the district judge. The district court is responsible for administering justice at the district level. Now, in this court, the presiding officer or the judge who presides the district court is known as the district judge. The district court is presided over by the district judge. Sometimes, 2 or more districts together can also have one single district court. This depends on the population of the district. As we have seen that all the states of the country do not have the same population, the districts within the state also do not have the same population. So depending on that population, 2 or more districts might together have one single district court. Sometimes a single district might also have a higher rate of disputes. So in that case, depending on that, the district courts are set up in the districts. So depending on the workload of the district courts, one district court might be set up for more than one district. On the other hand, to reduce the workload, sometimes there might be an appointment of additional district judges. These additional district judges will assist and help the district judges in carrying out judgments and administering justice in the district. Now suppose this one case has come to the district judge and the party to the dispute is not happy or not satisfied with the judgment. He feels that the judgment does not do justice to his case. In that case, there is a scope for appeal. Appeals from the district judge will go to the level just above it. So, appeals from the district court can be taken to the High Court. Now, can you answer this question? Which is the highest civil court in a district? Is it the Supreme Court, the High Court, the court of the district judge, or the Sessions Court? Yes, it is the court of the district judge. Now, as it has been already said before, there is no single civil court in the district. So, the district court or the court of the district judge is not the only civil court in the district. It is the highest civil court in the district, but there are several other subordinate civil courts below the district court. So, below the district court, we have courts like the court of the subordinate civil judge first class and the court of the sub-judge or the munsif. So, the munsif court is the lowest civil court in the district and it deals with matters where the money involved is very less. So, where the value of suit is less, the munsif courts jurisdicate on those matters. There might be a case at a lower court, but one of the party to the dispute might not be satisfied with the judgment. He might feel that the judgment has not been just because maybe the lawyer has not presented well, or the judge has not seen all sides of the argument, or some new facts have come up in this case. In such a situation, there is scope for appeal. So, an appeal from a lower court goes to the level that is just above it. Now, if we follow this structure in a district, then a case which has gone to the munsif court, an appeal from that case will go to the court of the subordinate civil judge first class. An appeal from this court will go to the district court, and an appeal from the district court will go to the High Court. So that is how the structure of appeals work. Do you know that sometimes the state governments can call certain areas within the state as a metropolitan area? So when in an area the population is more than 10 lakhs, that area might be called a metropolitan area or a metropolitan city. For example, Hyderabad, Bombay, Kolkata, these are metropolitan cities. In these metropolitan cities, instead of the court of the Munsif, we have the small causes courts or the court of small causes. Now, as we've learnt in this video that certain cases where there is a dispute between the citizens of the country or between private organizations or institutions, those cases are known as civil cases. And these civil cases are tried at what we know as civil courts. In the district, the court of the district judge or the district court is the highest civil court. Other than that, we also have other courts that are below it in power. Other than the district court, there are other subordinate courts that have lower jurisdiction than the district court. In the civil courts, the power of the courts depend on the value of suit in the case that they can take up. The value of suit means the amount of money that is involved in a case. So the lower courts will be able to take up cases in which a small amount of money is involved, while the district courts can take up cases where a higher amount of money is involved. So in this video, we've talked about the first type of subordinate courts, the civil courts. In the further videos, we'll be talking about the other types of subordinate courts, the criminal courts and the revenue courts. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. You can also register for free at DeltaStep.com or download the DeltaStep app to get access to all our 5,000 plus amazing videos as per your school syllabus. Master each topic with our adaptive practice technology. Get million plus questions with step-by-step solutions and unlimited mock tests. Get all your doubts resolved instantly. Learn via games and win amazing prizes like PlayStations and iPads. So at DeltaStep, learning is not just fun and easy, it is rewarding too. So register for free now.